Welcome to Top 10. The release of F1 has racing fans on the edge of their seats. Few films truly capture the drama and intensity of racing on the big screen. Today we're taking a look at the top 10 racing movies that hit top speeds like no others. Buckle up. Top 10 racing movies. Number 10, Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo, the feel-good underdog story based on the real-life gamer-turned-racer Jan Mardenborough. It doesn't shy away from spectacle like high-speed drone shots, ear-rattling sound design packed with some real emotional beats between crashes. While not perfect, Gran Turismo showed us that passion, precision, and persistence can still win, even when you're starting from a couch. Number 9, Bullitt. Steve McQueen, a Ford Mustang, and the chase scene that changed cinema. Bullitt isn't a racing film in the traditional sense, but its raw, tire-squealing realism set the standard for car action. The San Francisco car chase still gets studied today, which many still call the greatest car chase ever filmed. Number 8, Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. If you're not first, you're last. That line alone earned Talladega Nights a spot on this list. Will Ferrell's NASCAR comedy is part parody, part love letter to American motorsports, and somehow manages to both roast and celebrate the world of racing in one go. And the chemistry between Ferrell and John C. Reilly is pure gold on wheels. Number 7, Le Mans. Steve McQueen returns with Le Mans, which is pure speed cinema. There's not much dialogue, and honestly, not much plot either. But that's kind of the point. This movie's all about authenticity. McQueen drove real cars in the actual 24 hours of Le Mans. The result is raw, visceral, and visually iconic, a dream for racing purists. It's not for plot hunters, but a holy ground for race enthusiasts. Number 6, The Fast and the Furious. Before the franchise became about submarines and space, the original Fast and the Furious was a small-scale street racing flick with grit, style, and early 2000s attitude. It launched a billion-dollar juggernaut and gave us Vin Diesel's gravel-voiced philosophy on family. It may not be the best film on this list, but it's one of the most influential for a whole generation. You don't just remember Fast and Furious, you live it every time you hit the gas. Number 5, Senna. Now let's shift gears from fiction to non-fiction with Senna, which is a documentary, but don't let that fool you. It's more thrilling than most scripted racing movies. Telling the story of Brazilian F1 legend Ayrton Senna through real footage, this film is emotional, intense, and deeply human. Told entirely through archival footage, this documentary feels more like a thriller than a biography. It's beautiful, tragic, and at times completely devastating. Even if you've never watched a Formula One race, Senna will leave you shaken and inspired. A critic once said, "This isn't a film about racing, it's about purpose." Number 4, Grand Prix. Grand Prix is old-school F1, filmmaking at its finest. Shot during real races with real drivers, it blends a soap opera plot with stunning track footage. It won 3 Academy Awards, including Best Editing, and its split-screen sequences were years ahead of their time. The crashes feel real, the stakes intense, and the romance is sweeping. Bosley Crowther called it a smashing and thundering compilation you feel as though you've been in it. Number 3, F1. Coming in hot is the newest contender, F1, starring Brad Pitt as aging racer Sonny Hayes. Shot during real Formula One weekends with actual race cars, this movie blurs the line between fiction and reality like never before. Shot during actual Formula One race weekends using real cars on real tracks, with Lewis Hamilton producing and Joseph Kosinski, Top Gun Maverick, directing, this movie blurs the line between fiction and reality like never before. Critics have called it cinematic perfection, a big screen adrenaline rush. And fans say, you don't just watch F1, you feel it through your spine. The IMAX format puts you in the seat, the sound design makes you feel the roar, and Brad Pitt at 60 proves he can still lead a blockbuster like it's the year 2000. Number 2, Ford v Ferrari. Now this one had everything. Big names, big story, big emotion. Ford v Ferrari tells the true story of Carroll Shelby and Ken Miles as they try to out-engineer and outrace the mighty Ferrari at the 24 hours of Le Mans. Christian Bale is electric as Miles, a brilliant, misunderstood genius. Matt Damon as Shelby brings heart and grit, 2 of the best acting performances of the past decade. Director James Mangold gives us racing sequences that are loud, chaotic, and emotional. It won 2 Oscars and was hailed as a turbocharged triumph of filmmaking. Number 1, Rush. At number 1 is the GOAT of racing films, Rush. Ron Howard's Rush captures one of the most intense rivalries in sports history, James Hunt versus Niki Lauda. Chris Hemsworth plays Hunt with cocky charisma, while Daniel Bruhl delivers a deeply layered, quietly brilliant performance as Lauda. Ron Howard's direction that pulls you into the cockpit and doesn't let go. It's a movie about obsession, pride, fear, and ultimately, respect. Critics called it a triumph, emotional, thrilling, unforgettable. Fans still quote it to this day. The closer you are to death, the more alive you feel. Rush is everything a racing movie should be, and more. So there you have it, the 10 racing movies that truly deliver. From street racing to F1 royalty, from documentaries to high-octane fiction, these are the films that made us feel the speed. Which one's your favorite? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more cinematic countdowns.